It's Mark, Colorado Sasquatch Research. It is January 11th, 2015, and I have chosen to come out to an area I haven't been back in 2 years. Reason being is that Dr. Matthew Johnson has invited me to speak at his habituation conference in late January. So what I'm doing is, for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be going to areas where all my great still shots came from. Because I'm going to be presenting some of this stuff there in Washington. I've never been to Washington State, so it'll all be new for me. But I wanted to come back today and show an area. Particularly, I'm going to do 2 quick videos just showing the areas where, you know, I had these 2 large Bigfoots that were sitting there watching me, and one with the white lip and so forth, and people have seen them. They've made their way around the internet. And also the second still, I have the video posted on my Facebook page for, it's called August 27th, a new find number 3 from 2012. I had been utilizing this area and gifting and so forth because I was finding a lot of sign, a lot of prints, a lot of things out here. And so, you know, I had been gifting apples and so forth. I would find things like this. See how they make these little stars, whatever it is, like they're going to build a little hide or something, and it's nice and sandy little pit down there where they can lay up or whatever. I would find things like this, things that didn't make sense. And there was a cave up here that I showed in 2012 that I had not been back to. I have not been back to since 2012. Now, in this cave, there was nothing in there but rocks. So people can go back on my videos and see that there was nothing in there. But I thought it was a cool cave. So I get here today after not being here for 2 years. See, all this wood has been gathered here. This may have been part of that teepee that was torn down. But see, it's just been gathered here, like they're bringing it up here to this cave. Now, I've already been in here. These are my prints here because I was in here earlier. And I was in here earlier and I got a stench. Something stinks really bad in here, like a skunk. He may be tucked away in here. But those who remember when I filmed this cave before, there was nothing in here but rocks. So they've been bringing wood like this. See how they do that in typical Bigfoot fashion? It's not firewood. Nobody had a fire. What I found is they cover up these areas in this wood. But they brought this into this cave. See, that goes back in there, and I can smell. It smells like a skunk. And that goes back down in there. You could really get hurt trying to climb back in there. But this wood has been brought here. And what I assumed they were going to do is try and block this off. But it's really hard to do, you know, from the elements. So this is going to be my first find of 2015. Coming back to this cave that I haven't been back to in 2 years, and I find all this wood piled in this cave. Big logs, too. For whatever reason. And it smells like a skunk. No prints up on the rock or anything. Just my prints. Down here, climbing up in here. And it's really cloudy. I've been getting snow showers, and it's really cold. Which is why I haven't been doing any videos, because the weather's just been horrible here in Colorado. I mean, I don't mind the snow, but these 0 below temperatures are just awful to try and research in. They're not going to be out in that. They're going to be underground in one of their caves. So anyways, first thing I wanted to show before I move on to the next video is there used to be a teepee here, and I used to gift very elaborate teepee made against this tree. It's gone. I don't know who tore it down, if it was humans or them. But for 2 years I was gifting here because I found all this sign up in here. This used to be a hot zone for me. But many of you know, who's been following my research, I wanted to cover as much forest as I could so that I could learn how far their boundaries are, their territory. So, you know, I've gone everywhere in this forest. But this particular area, I had been gifting, leaving apples and corn up inside the teepee. I would put it strategically inside there so that I would know if it was a human and, you know, no deer could get it. And they had been taking it, including crystals. I've been leaving really pretty crystals and so forth. This is where I left it. Now, everybody has seen the picture that's made its way around the internet. The guy with the white lip looks human. There's two of them sitting there. Here's where that was taken. I had just left this area after gifting, and I had turned the camera, I guess, this way and wasn't paying attention. And this is where they were. They were sitting in this mess in here. So as you can see, there's a huge boulder here behind it with a little crevice cave down in there. But they were sitting back in here. And I guess that's why I didn't see them. You know, they matched the scenery so much. So I had walked right by them and made my way down the hill there. But this is where they were, and as you can see, there's nothing that looks like that at all. Big Brutus-looking guy with the white lip. And it looks like he has another one sitting back to back with him. Huge, huge Bigfoot. Huge jaw. Really, really amazing looking being. But this is where that original still came from. You know, I used to hang out here. I used to gift here. And so in that mess, they were like waiting for me. Probably to see who it was who had been gifting for them. So they had been in that right there. Just down there, and there's nothing there that resembles that at all. I haven't found any prints today in the snow. A few human prints. Nothing really major. It's kind of a tough area to get back into. And I don't really remember if all this was here or not. But it's been pretty quiet since I've been here. It's like 20 degrees right now. It's really cold. So they could be in any number of their caves currently underground. I don't call them out anymore. So the other video that I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the hill and I'm going to show that tree where that little one followed me out of here. Followed me up to wherever he lives and watched me leave the area. And I got him on that video, and that's probably going to be one of my best captures ever. I've seen him a couple times. He's got that weird dog look. But this is Cave City here. And so I wanted to come back out here today and do some more verification on those. Just because I'm going to present some of this stuff in Washington as a habituator, showing my area. And how those stills came to be, why they came to be. But you can see how that it's not really a nest. I guess it's more of a blind. But they could just, I could crawl right in there, you know, just sit like where they were. And you know, it's all just been piled there against this boulder, and it makes a nice little cage inside there. So that's where they were sitting. A big guy with a huge jaw. Very human looking. But like I said, I haven't been back out here in 2 years, so it's kind of interesting to be back. By the way, I want to thank Dr. Matthew Johnson for inviting me to speak at his upcoming Habituator Conference. Really looking forward to that, to meeting everyone that's going to be there. So we shall see how that goes. I want to present as much as I can. I haven't found any prints today. All of these are mine because I've been traipsing around. I kind of scout the area before I turn on the video camera. So, but I haven't really found any any prints that weren't mine in the area today. It's been pretty dry.